Hi, my friends. Welcome to a whip and chat and a kit up. I don't have a whip right now besides the custom that I'm working on, and it is only the 24th. So I decided to throw in a 2020, which is this beautiful picture right here. Hopefully you can see it. It's kind of a mandala. Really, really cool picture. So yeah, I think we're going to kit this up and then we'll get into our whip and chat. So I went ahead and I opened the bags already, and I separated them all. I am using the cube system where they're all connected. So I'm going to be putting these in order of letters, D, E, F. Pen's not cooperating with me. G. Oh, is there an H? H, I, J. There is a J. K. There's no L. M, N, O, P, Q. There's an R. S, T. There's no U. There's a V. There's a W. And I think that's it because there's only 13 colors. So yeah. Okay, so we'll be putting these on here. None of the drill bags have a lot of drills in them, so I think we're okay for these. And hopefully these are the stickers that come off. How are you guys doing? I'm so happy that I'm back on doing a video here. I haven't done a video in like 3 days, and it's just, there's just been stuff going on. I haven't forgotten about you guys. I would never forget about you guys. So, just had some stuff going on, that's all. So yeah, I'll have to update you on that. Let's see, obviously the materials I'm using right now for this is this 28 cube system. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar. These are the ones that are connected. The 4 cubes are connected. I'm using this painting, obviously. I'm using these labels. These cubes are kind of hard to open. I was opening them before the video to see if I could open them. They're kind of hard, so you might have to bear with me on this one. And I'm just using this pen for no reason. So here, gosh, you can't even see it. Am I plugged in here? Yeah, there it is. I'm just using this pen. It's got like a bunch of letters and stuff in it. I have no reason to use this pen. I just thought it was cool. So is it better with the ring light on? Can you guys see better? Yeah, okay. So as you can see, I have all of the ones right here, and I'm just going to be double checking as I go to make sure. So A is number 1. Yes. I try to get rid of as much of the crinkle as I possibly could. Let's see if I'm talented enough to pour these in. If not, I have a tray right here. I think I can do it. So yeah, I wonder what you guys have been up to. I guess I'll tell you about what I've been doing in my diamond painting life. I don't think I have to go in any discernible order. Okay, and B is number 4. That's correct. Okay. It's okay, Coco. It's just mommy. So yeah, I don't think I have to go in any type of order, but, well, maybe I should. So I already told you the date. I can't even remember what the date is now that I told you. It's the 24th of June. So I started off June by doing, okay, D is number 2. That's correct. Oops. I started off June by doing the Country Ladies. If you haven't seen that, I have actually a couple of videos on that. One where I'm kitting it down, one where I'm kitting it up, one where I just do a pan over. So yeah, I've got like 3 videos on that canvas. It was just such a cool canvas. I had so much fun. It was a large canvas, but I had faith in myself that I could get it done. I just loved it. I just loved working on it. I think that's oops, I think it just made it, you know, that much easier to work on. So when you've got something you really enjoy. Okay, letter F. Sorry, just a minute. It's number 8. That's correct. So yeah, I did Country Ladies. I finished the Floral Paint Gem. That was something that you guys voted on, was the Floral Paint Gem. So I finished all of those. I also did a video on that. I kitted them up and I kitted them down. So I show you the end result. Those are already up, those videos. I did my Temu calendar. G is the letter, or number 11, yes. I did my Temu calendar for July. So yeah, that's one that I did. And then I'm working on this custom that's underneath here. Maybe I'll just give you a sneak peek here. I'll give you a little peek at it. That's what it is right there. So yeah, I'm working on that. I will have it done before the end of June for sure. I'm actually almost done with it now. That's why I was like, I need like one more WIP, but I don't want to push myself. I was going to do a 30 by 40 and I'm like, I don't want to push it. I do not want to push myself. So if I get this done, I have another 20 by 20 that I can do. So, which I should get this done fairly quickly. Okay, J is number 9. That is correct. So yeah, those are the pieces I've been working on, all of which I've finished except for, of course, this one because I'm kitting it up. I don't know what to call this one. Bursting mandala, maybe. K is number 7. Yes. So yeah, I thought it was pretty with all the blues. Pretty. What are you guys working on? I'd like to know. I've seen some stuff that you guys are working on, and it's just really cool for me. R is number 3. That is correct. Ooh, this one has a lot. Please let it fit. Now that I've labeled everything. Oh, I can always label one at the end. Ooh. Oh, just. But yeah, I would love to hear what you guys are working on, see what you guys are working on. Number 5 is the letter S. Yes, that's correct. Yeah, speaking of which, you can actually show me now what you are working on. I have started a Facebook group. I will link it down below. It's called Diamond Painting with Coco. It's a private group. There's just a couple of questions to answer. And yeah, no worries. It's just to have fun. It's for everybody to just show their work, make friends, make connections in our community. Oh my gosh, I spilled a lot, didn't I? You guys can put memes. You can, you know, whatever you want to do on there with it. I mean, obviously, be nice and kind and all that kind of stuff to everybody, which I shouldn't have to say. I'm sure all of my subscribers are super nice. So you guys are just awesome people. You guys really are. There's so many of you who I've made connections with, and it's really nice. You guys are the best subscribers. I think I have the best subscribers. Is that one? No, it wasn't. I wonder which one that one was. Oops, this one goes in here though. There we go. Okay. Well, this was an easy kit up. Good, because I want to start it. And guess what number this is? It's 939, and it's pretty darn full. Was it as full as that other one? Maybe. Yeah, but it fits. Okay, good. Oops, I still have another drill from that other one out here. Let's see, where did it go? Well, where did the drill go now? Oh, well. Not a big deal. Okay. Nope, that's just glue. I don't know. I don't know where it went. Okay, well, let's just start this. Oh, there's a drill. Let's put it in my jar. There we go. I'm going to move this out of the way. Okay. So you guys know, if you've been following me, that this was a long time ago now, but ooh, let's use this cover minder. I love this cover minder. I actually made it. Well, I put a magnet on it. Isn't that a pretty cover minder? So months ago now, my husband hit a deer, blah, blah, blah. You guys know the story. But anyway, so he's coming home the other night and he pulls into our driveway. KW. I need a tray. Where? Oh, yeah. He pulls into the driveway and there's a deer in our driveway, which we have deer out here, but there's a deer well, it wasn't in our driveway, it was on the side of our driveway. So my husband's like, he turns on his high beams. Sorry, I've got some drills here. He turns on his high beams and he like stops and the deer starts to freak out. So it runs across to the other side of our driveway. Can you guys see? If I go like this, can you see? Yeah. It runs across to the other side of our driveway. So my husband's like, okay. He's like slowly creeping forward with his car because of course he's like paranoid. And, oh, I wish I had my light pad on, but my custom is here. Well, I'll try to do this without my light pad. Cause he's paranoid. And so the deer runs to the other side of the driveway. So my husband stops and, the deer freaked out again and ran to the other side of the driveway again and then started running towards his car. And he's like, are you flipping kidding me? What is up with these deer? Now, years ago, my son was driving through our town. We live in a very small town. And he was driving through town and just out of nowhere, a deer was trying to like jump over his car or something, but jumped directly onto his hood and then back off of it. Like so random. We have had the weirdest experiences with deer. Did I also tell you guys about my daughter's experience with a deer? She was driving down the highway and she heard a whap. And it was coming from behind her and she's like, did I hit something? Like, what did I hit? And she pulled over a deer. She just caught the deer running away. It had run directly into the driver's passenger back door. Yeah, we've had the worst luck with deer. Thank God, knock on wood that it's just me. Knock on wood that I don't have any experiences like that. Oh my gosh. Like, what the heck? Yeah. So anyway, my husband was like, please don't jump on the hood of my car. Like, just run away. So pretty funny. Wow, the stick on this is excellent. This has got really, really good stick. What is going on with this right here? I just put a new glue dot in too, so what am I seeing? I don't know. So it's going to be a little temperamental. Oh, this drill has a tag on it. So it was hanging over on the other. Yes, glue dot. So yeah, flipping crazy. Well, we finally transplanted our indoor plants, our avocado. We transplanted one of our avocados and one of our lemon trees. We finally transplanted them. They were getting too big for the pots, and I'm always worried when I transplant plants that I'm going to kill them, but they're doing really good. So fingers crossed, because we already killed one of our avocado trees, and it was like, I don't know, like 4.5 feet tall. And we killed it. Yes, we did. Avocado trees like to be, what do you call it? Like drenched in water every like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They want to be soaked like every, I don't know, couple weeks, where you just drench them in water. But that wasn't the problem. The problem was my husband went to move it and he knocked the entire head of the avocado off. So yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Oh, you guys, I have a story. So I ordered 2 diamond paintings and some putty from Diamond Art Club. And like the next day it had shipped and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Like I was so excited. And I was tracking the package and it was like, and I wasn't paying attention. I was just tracking it like through FedEx. This was through FedEx. And it was like, oh, it's on its truck. It's on the truck to be out for delivery. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's going to be today. And this was like, literally, you guys, it took 4 days for this to happen. 4 days. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Well, nothing happened. And that's not anything new. I mean, that can happen. I've gotten notices before where it's like, oh, it's on the truck. It's going to be delivered today. And it's not. Coco, it's okay. Oh, I don't know what Angel is barking at. There's probably something in the yard. I don't know if you guys can hear her or not, but Coco, it's okay. So I'm like, okay, well, it wasn't delivered today. It'll be delivered tomorrow. And so I got up the next morning and I'm like, oh, let me check, you know, there's nothing on the front porch. And I'm like, oh, let me just check my status. And it said, it's been delivered. And I'm like, okay, what? I'm like, so I went out on the porch and I checked all of the porch. I checked the driveway, like where the garage and stuff is. Nothing. There's no package. And so I go back on there and it says, okay, so without giving away too much information, there is an address in another, oh, I'm gonna kill Angel. Sorry, you guys, it's so irritating because Coco thinks that there's something going on. Hold on, let me look, because there's a dog in our yard. There's 2 dogs in our yard. That's not good because we have goats and they will go after. Okay, there they go. They ran off. Okay. Nice. Anyway, I mean, I don't care that there's dogs in our yard. I just don't want them to start like thinking that they can get our goats, because one of the #1 killers of goats is stray dogs. So anyway, it said it had been delivered and I'm looking everywhere for this package and I'm starting to panic. Well, there is an address in another city that's about an hour away from here that literally has our address. The only difference is the one that it got delivered to is a place, PL, instead of a street, ST. The rest is all the exact same except for the city. So I'm looking at this. It was totally my fault, by the way. It was totally my fault. I somehow, don't ask me how. You know how when you're ordering from Diamond Art Club and the addresses come up for you to choose, like you're typing in your address and I think what I did is I just clicked on the wrong thing, the wrong address. Well, obviously I clicked on the wrong address, but, so I'm freaking out. And luckily you guys, this was so cool. So when this was going on, my daughter and her boyfriend were here and they live not too far away from where this city is. And she's like, Mom, do you want us to go and like go to the house and like get your package? And I'm like, oh, are you serious? You would seriously do that? And she's like, yeah, it's like totally like pretty much on our way home. And I'm like, oh my gosh, honey, that would be so nice of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And she's like, yeah, no problem. So they were heading out and we gave her the address, which wasn't hard to memorize because it was our address. It was just place instead of street. And so my son had looked it up on Google Maps and he found it. And so he sent it to my daughter and it's like, okay, here's where the house is. Here's, you know, blah, blah, blah. And this city is like 50 minutes from our house, like just call it an hour away from our house. And so I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm like anticipating and I'm like, please let them have my package. Please, like, let them be nice people. You know, obviously my daughter would just have to say, well, obviously it has my mom's name on it. So, you know, I wouldn't know the name of the person unless I was her daughter. So that was going to be pretty obvious. And so I get a call, like, I don't know, an hour and 20 minutes later. And she's like, Mom, I can't find the house. And I'm like, what? She's like, she's like, she's reading off the addresses to me. And she's like, there's no house with that address on it. And I'm like, are you sure you're in the right area? And she's like, yeah. And she even told me the street she was on, which is our street, but with a place instead of street. And I'm like, that's so weird. And so I'm like, Brennan, can you send her like the walking directions from where she's at to, you know, this place? And so he's like, yeah. So he sends her some more information. She's like, she stayed, I'm like, stay on the phone with me, honey. Cause you know, she had already been going up to people's houses and asking people, do you know where this address is? And nobody knew where the address was. And so, I'm like, just stay on the phone with me, please. Like, I mean, her boyfriend was with her, but I'm like, you know, just stay on the phone with me. And, so she's looking around and she's like, Mom, there's nothing with that address. Nobody has that address on here. And so my husband goes to Google Earth. Is it Google Earth? You know where you get the street views of Google where they show you like the driving where like you're in a car, like the real pictures. And so he's quote unquote driving up and down the road on this app and he's looking for the house. And sure enough, there isn't one. There is no house. It literally shows it in the middle of the street. It shows the house in the middle of the street. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. I'm like, hold on. So I tell her to leave. I'm like, don't even bother. I'm like, you can't find it. You've been there for like an hour. Just leave. Thank you so much. You know, I really appreciate it. Blah, blah, blah. So I go to FedEx and I'm like, this was delivered to the wrong address. I made the mistake of having it delivered there, blah, blah, blah. And you're on a chat with a bot and the thing was not understanding what I was trying to tell it. And I was getting so flippin' frustrated. And then it comes back at me and it says, oh, it's already been delivered. And it shows me a picture of the front door with the porch, everything that it looks like with the package sitting on the porch. And I'm like, okay, where the frick did the truck go to deliver this package? Because there is no house with that address on this street. Well, it's a place. And so my husband and I use that Google Earth thing where you can drive on the street. Google Street, what's it called? Street View? What? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? What is that thing called? Street View, whatever. So we went up and down the street to look and see if we could find a house that looked like this house. And it was very distinctive because it had like a brick facade on one side and then it was siding on another side and it had like a red door and the porch was like, or the stoop, because they had like a stoop, was like very distinct. So we went up and down the road looking for this house. Nope, can't find it. Can't find it anywhere. It's nowhere to be found. And I'm like, I kept asking I was trying to ask, like, how do you get to this house? And it kept taking me to the middle of a street. And I'm thinking, okay, but the FedEx guy clearly delivered it to a house. We couldn't find it. So I contacted Diamond Art Club and I was like, I'm sorry to bother you guys. I made the mistake of putting down the wrong address for my paintings. I'm like, they've unfortunately been delivered to the wrong address. I don't know what to do. Can I get a return? As far as like a return label, like, can I like somehow, like, because what I was thinking was if I got a return, then the truck driver would go back to that house and say, oh, we're picking up this package. And hopefully the people would be like, yeah, because it's not ours. That's what I was thinking that could possibly happen, was that the driver would go back and do that. And Diamond Art Club's, oh, we're really sorry. Once it's been delivered, there's nothing we can do, which I totally understand. And I'm like, oh man, I'm like, I mean, there were 2 paintings, you guys, 2 paintings. I think I spent like, I don't know, 120 something, $125 or something like that, plus with the putty. I was literally almost in tears. I was having an anxiety attack. I'm like, I'm never going to get these paintings. And so Diamond Art Club came back to me. I was like pleasantly surprised. I was actually shocked. And they're like, hey, they must have looked into it, is what I'm thinking. That's what I told my husband. I'm like, they must have looked and saw that I ordered this, because I order from them all the time, and saw that the addresses are identical except for the place or street and the city. And they must have been like, oh, she's like telling the truth. Like, this is like a for real thing. Like I'm not trying to scam them, in other words. And so they gave me a 50% refund on each painting. And I was so thankful. I thanked them so much. And I was just like, they're like, we're doing this only for one time. This is the only time we're doing this. And I'm like, no, I totally understand. I'm like, thank you for understanding. Thank you for looking into this. You know, it was horrible, you guys. It was horrible to see a picture of your diamond painting box sitting on someone else's porch. You can't get a hold of the person. You can't even find where the house is, and FedEx isn't helping you. Like, what I wanted was to talk to somebody and be like, can you tell me like where exactly you dropped this package off at? It obviously wasn't at the address that it said it was, because the address that it said it was in the middle of the street. I don't know. I don't know. So I don't know what the people did with it. You know, it's kind of sad in a way, because if I got a box that was like that and it had someone else's name on it, like, all you have to do is go on the internet and look somebody up and be like, oh, okay, it's this person, and just make them pay for the shipping. Like, send it to them and make them pay for the shipping. I mean, we have the same flipping address. I don't know. I kept telling my husband, I'm like, there's good people in this world. There really is good people in this world. I'm like, maybe they'll somehow find me and return my package. And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, you'd have to go out of your way to do that. And I mean, I definitely would. I really would. I would try to get the package back to the person. But anyway, I reordered the paintings. So I'm out, you know, some money, but it's fine. And they just shipped today. So it took forever for them to ship, because I think it took them forever to ship because they're going through their change right now with all of their updates for all of their stuff. So because I ordered 5 paintings. And so I think, and it was 3 different orders because I was like, oh, I really want this painting. And I thought that was, or these, I reordered those 2 paintings and I thought that was it. And I'm like, oh no, one of the paintings that I wanted came back in stock. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll grab that. So I grabbed that. And then I was joking with my husband and I was like, look, honey, there's only 16 more paintings in my wish list, as a joke to him, because there really is 16 paintings in my wish list. And he's like, what are you waiting for? And I'm like, well, what? He's like, what are you waiting for? And I'm like, can I just get like a couple more? He's like, of course you can. He's like, just do it. He's like, I don't know what you're waiting for. So I bought 2 more. So that's why it's 3 different shipments. But maybe they figured it out and they're putting it all in one box. I don't know, because they all shipped today. So it'll be interesting to see if I get the new boxes or not. I've seen them being unboxed and I've seen them. The only thing that I'm bummed out about, you guys, is the stickers, because I have a completed book of binder and I have a to be completed binder. And then I also have my logbook. So in my logbook, I put the small sticker, and then in my to be completed, I put the large picture with the stickers in that book. And when I'm done and it's completed, I put the large sticker on the paper still in my completed book. So now there's only the one sticker. My husband's like, just scan it on the printer and we'll just print it out. And I'm like, it's not the same. So yeah, that's the only thing I'm bummed out about, is the sticker. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they'll change it. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe if they hear from enough people, but I'm sure people have different systems. So, you know, people have different ways of doing it. So they're not going to change it for me. That's for sure. But yeah, that kind of sucked. So I haven't talked to you guys either since Father's Day, which was, when was Father's Day? I want to say the weekend of the 19th. So not that long ago. We had a good Father's Day. My husband wanted a barbecue and he got like these like hot links, and then he got regular links, and then he got hamburgers, which he made into cheeseburgers. And we did the whole, we always do the same thing, I swear to God. He made potato salad and then I made mac salad. And what did I... Oh, I asked my daughter to bring buns and pop, which she did. Do you guys say pop or soda? I think it depends on what part of the country you're in, on if you say pop or soda. Oh, I just ripped a drill off of my custom because I was grabbing in the wrong spot. Okay, there we go. I gotta be careful. Should I just rip this off? I don't even know why I have this on here. Just take the whole thing off. There. It's kind of in my way. Yeah, do you say soda or pop? I heard in the South they say soda. Or no, they say pop. I don't know. We say pop. But I asked her to bring buns and pop. She did that. And then I asked my son if he could pick up like a dessert. And so he got like my husband's favorite, which is like chocolate cake. None of the rest of us like chocolate cake. He's the only one who likes the chocolate cake. We're all vanilla cake people around here. But it was really nice. It was just really nice. We invited Brennan's new girlfriend, so she got to come, and we just... Oh, yeah, we watched, because I was like, what did we do? So we ate, and we just visited and everything. And the good thing is everybody gets along. Like there's no tension, there's no awkwardness. It's just everybody gets along, which is so nice. So flippin' nice. Um, but what was I gonna say? Um, yeah, so we had dinner. I'm sorry, I'm blanking out. We had dinner, and then we decided to, my son and his girlfriend had gone and seen Tarot, which is a movie in the movie theaters, and they had an awful time. They had like a bunch of teenagers who were just goofing around and yelling and screaming, and security had to come and like whisk them out. And they had missed the first 20 minutes of the movie because their reservation said it was at 8:50, and nope, it started at 8:30. For some reason, I don't know why it told them that. So they missed the first 20 minutes of the movie, and then they had these teenagers, and apparently there were people running up and down the aisles the whole time, and they almost asked for a refund, but they didn't. So, but they had seen it in the theaters, and they're like, it's out on Amazon Prime. We've got to watch it. And I'm like, okay. So I don't know if you guys are interested in that type of movie, but so I won't tell you what happens in case you do want to watch it. It was all right. It was kind of corny. It's basically just a bunch of friends, and they do tarot cards, and horrible things happen. So it's one of those. It's a scary movie. It's supposed to be scary, but it takes a lot to scare me. Well, yeah, I think it does. I think it takes a lot to scare me. Sometimes I'm a wimp though when it comes to scary movies, and I don't know why. I think because there's this one scary movie. It's called Sinister. I think it's called Sinister. And my son had recommended, this was years ago, and my son had recommended it to me. And he's like, oh, do you want to watch a scary movie? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, we should watch this movie called Sinister. And I'm like, what's it about? And he kind of told me, and I'm like, okay. So, sorry if it bothers you if you can't see my tray, but I have to move the painting up because I am getting towards the bottom here. And he's like, I think you're going to be really scared. And I'm like, okay. So we were watching it. You guys, I was absolutely terrified of that movie. I was so scared of the movie. Like, I almost couldn't watch it. I almost had him turn it off. I was so scared. And I'm like, Brennan, I'm so scared. I'm like, how are you not scared? And he's like, Mom, these are your fears. They're not mine. And he was so right. He was so right. And you know what? That's what makes a scary movie, is if it's your fears. Other people might not think it's scary because it's not something that, they find that they have as a fear. Anyway, that movie was, I don't think I would ever watch that movie again. It had, I can't remember, Ethan Hawke was in it, I believe. Ethan Hawke was in it. But I don't recommend that movie at all. It's extremely scary. It's extremely disturbing. Yeah. So, but yeah, we had a good Father's Day. We watched that movie Tarot, and it was kind of, like I said, it was all right, but it was all right, but it wasn't the best. So I have some really good news. I don't know if I told you guys guys this in my last WIP and Chat or not, but my son had applied for a promotion at work. They had all asked, I think I did tell you guys this. They had asked him, hey, there's this position open. We'd like you to apply for it. And he was like, yeah, he wanted the position. And so he did an interview on Tuesday, just this last Tuesday. And they're like, okay, well, we're going to let everybody know on Friday what's going on. So it's like, okay. And I'm like, well, how did the interview go? And he's like, I think it went really good. He's like, I was really nervous. He said, but one of the guys that was interviewing him said, wow, you did a good job. You didn't seem nervous at all. And Brenna was like, really? Because I was like really nervous. But he had to wait till Friday. And so we're just like twiddling our thumbs. And Friday comes and, you know, we get up later because my husband works nights. So we got up later and I didn't have a text from him. And I'm like, I don't know, it was like 11:30 and he gets to work at like 5:30. So I'm like, it's 11:30. Like, surely by now they've told him. And I'm like, oh no, that's not a good sign. And so I just texted him a question mark because I was like, I didn't know like if he was like in a meeting or, you know, like if they were telling him at that time. I didn't know. So I was just like, I just sent him a question mark. And he said, I still don't know yet. And I'm like, oh, I'm like, that's not good. I'm like, that's not good. And my husband was like, that's what they do, honey. They wait till the end of the day, especially on a Friday. And I'm like, what? I'm like, but if he got the job, wouldn't they just tell him like at the beginning of the day? Why would they make him wait? Like, I was thinking bad news. I was thinking like, okay, we're going to give him the bad news at the end of the day type of deal. Because that's what I've always heard is they'll give you the bad news at the end of the day. And so I was worried for him. And so hours went by and I'm just like, that's all I could think about was, did he get it? Did he get it? Please let him get it. He so deserves this position. And he texts me at like 3:20. He gets off work at 3:30. He texts me at 3:20. He goes, I got the promotion. I was so just, oh my gosh, I was screaming. I was like, yes, yes. I was jumping up and down. And I texted my husband immediately because I wasn't sure if, or no, wait, I think Brennan sent it in a group message. So yeah, that was like so exciting, you guys. So exciting. So yeah, today he started his new position. He is now a lead at work. So that just means that he's responsible for taking guys out on jobs, and he's the lead guy. So yeah, we're so proud of him. So we took everybody, my daughter, her boyfriend, his girlfriend, him, and then us, of course. We took everybody out to dinner on Saturday. Yes, just this last Saturday. Today's Monday. We took everybody out to dinner on Saturday. And my son was like, so his girlfriend is 21, I think. And she wanted to get a drink, but she had left her ID at home. And she's like, I left my ID at home, but I have a picture of it. Is that okay? And the waitress was like, don't tell anybody. She's like, okay, I'll just, you know, don't tell anybody, but let me see it. So my son's drinking and he's like, Mom, I want you to get a drink. He's like, just to celebrate. I'm like, I'll get one drink, Brennan. I'm like, so I got a lemon drop. I don't really like drinking at restaurants. First of all, it is so expensive. I'm sure my drink was like $8. I didn't look, but he got like 3 drinks and then he got a growler to go. And yeah, so it was really fun. And then we came back here and my daughter was locked out of the house. She had forgotten her key and we had to stop at this convenience store because I wanted to get some wine. And then we went by the gun store, and then, so, cause we're thinking my daughter's in the house. Like we're not thinking that she's locked out of the house. So we finally get back and she's like, I forgot my key. She's like, I didn't know like what to do. And I'm like, you should have like texted us and we would have not done all this stuff. But, but my husband really wanted to go to the gun store. So that's like his thing and diamond painting is like my thing. So it's fair. Well, kind of it's not fair because his hobby is so much more expensive than mine. Oh, so much more expensive. But yeah, so we had a nice dinner for his promotion. He had a really good time. And my daughter and her boyfriend stayed over for a while. They were gonna stop by her boyfriend's parents' house. They had gotten invited over apparently for Sunday, but my daughter worked on Sunday, and so they just decided, yeah, we'll just stop by on the way home. We'll go see them now. So they kind of left a little early. They didn't stay very long. And yeah, we just visited with Brennan and his girlfriend for, I don't know, hours, for hours and hours. So everybody gets along, like I said, so it's really, really nice. It's really nice. So we, changing subjects now about, I mentioned this before in one of my videos. We have a lot of, I can't say the word because she's sitting right here. A gray animal that has a fluffy tail that likes to get in bird feeders. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? That's outside. Fluffy tail, gray, bird feeder. It's not a bird. Anyway, we have a lot of them here. And when I say we have a lot of them, I mean, we have basically an infestation of them. So my husband had had enough, and because they were getting into our garbage, I have no idea how, but they were getting into our garbage. We have actual security footage of them doing it. They were getting on the bird feeder. They were just a mess. They were just all over the place. And so my husband set a trap, a live trap. So not like, it doesn't hurt them. It's a live trap. And he set a trap, and the first day he caught one, and he's like, yes. So he took it down the road, took it down the road and released it into the forest. And it was a male. And so he's like, okay, well, I'm going to set it out again. So he set it out again. The next day, he had another, oh, I almost said it. He had another one in the trap. And he's like, no freaking way. So again, it was a male. So car ride fun, going down the road, and released into the wild, into the forest, goodbye. They have a range of like up to 25 acres. So we made sure to take them farther away than 25 acres. So the next day, that was 2. So the next day he set out the trap again, and he caught another one. Yep, another one the next day. This one, however, was a female, and I was trying really hard to see like if she was nursing or not, and we weren't quite sure. So to be safe, we went ahead and released her here again on our property, because I'm like, I can't tell if she's nursing or not. So he set the trap out again, and we caught a fourth one, and it was another male. So my husband's like, you know what that means? You're out of here, buddy. So he took him down the road, did the same thing. We have so much forest around here. Took him down the road, set him free. And so my husband set out the trap again. And since then we haven't caught one. But when my daughter and her boyfriend were over for Brennan's promotion dinner, there was one in the backyard, and then there was also one in the driveway at the same time, which means there's at least 2 more. At least. I really wish Angel would stop barking. Now she's just whining because there were dogs. Sometimes I wonder about her guard dog skills. I'm sure you can hear her. Okay, I got all the W's, I think. So we have this guy Sunday? Was it yesterday? Pull up. We're sleeping. And he pulls up. Coco, it's okay. I'm going to do the letter R next because, like, there's a ton of them. And he pulls up. Well, I don't see him pull up because we were sleeping, but Angel starts barking, and then Coco started barking, and I look out the window, and there's this guy with, like, this huge, huge, huge load of wood to the point where the truck is, like, overloaded. And this is really hard for me to see without my light table. And yeah, it's like overloaded, and we're like trying to like get up and like get dressed to come downstairs. And by the time we did that, he was leaving. He drove, like, when I say he drove in my grass, we have a long driveway, and on one side of the driveway is a patch of grass, like a lawn-sized piece of grass, like big. He drove almost the full length of it down the driveway. I was so, oops, almost swore. I was so mad. I was so mad. And when my husband was leaving today, he texted me. He's like, that guy's selling wood to our neighbor. I'm like, he better not flipping, ooh, I almost did it again. I'm like, he better not show up at our house because he's going to get a what for from me. First of all, there's no trespassing sign at the end of our driveway, which is, hello, what does that mean? It means get the off our property. You can't come on our property. It made me so, I was so mad. I went out there and looked at the grass. It's okay for the most part, but it's just jerk. Yeah. People. We have a driveway that is so easy to turn around in. It's not even funny. And without fail, I get these people who, it's like they don't turn their wheel or something. I've had a delivery driver hit one of my fruit trees before. He backed into it, which meant he had to back. Let me look. He drove, what is that? 15 feet into our yard and then hit my plum tree. 15 feet. He backed up into our grass. Y'all, come on. What is up? People don't know how to drive. They do not know how to drive. I want to remind everybody to, really quick, if you're still with me, I hope you're still with me, to please vote for Tuscany or butterflies. This will be the last video, I believe, that you have a chance to vote for Tuscany or butterfly for the paint gem for me to start on July 1st. This will be the last video because I need to kit it up and everything before July. So if you have an opinion, please let it be known because it is a very, very close race. So your vote could possibly, oop, I missed a W right there. Your vote could possibly shift the course of the voting. So please do that. Yeah. All right. So I've been blabbering on for long enough now. I am going to do the questions that I promised to do from last time. I only did 5 of the 10 from last time. If you remember, I was tagged in some questions and I only did 5 of them and I have 5 more. So we're going to go over them and I have not come up with answers for myself. So this will be fun for me too, because it'll be a surprise. Oops, that was not where that drill fell. Where did that drill fall? Well, I guess I'll find out. I don't know. Okay, the first one is, what is one thing you love about your hometown? Ooh, and I'll add something to that. Do you guys still live in your hometown? So there's 2 different ways to look at that, really, because it's like you could look at it as where you live today is your hometown, or you could look at it as where you grew up in your hometown if you moved from there. So for me, I'm gonna consider where I live right now my hometown because we've lived here since 1994, and this is the longest that I've ever lived in one city before. When we moved here, there was 5,000. The population was 5,000. And now it's over 40,000, something like that. So yeah, crazy. But what was the question? What is one thing you love? Oh, the one thing I love about our hometown is it's big without being big, if that makes sense. Like, you can talk to the police here. You can, like, you know people at the local restaurants. They know you. You know people at the local convenience stores, and they know you. Like, it's like the co-op that we go to, they know us. It's like when we go to pay, they're like, oh, okay. They type your name in for that, because you get, like, for a co-op, you get like a percentage at the end of the year. So they already know us. They already know we're members. I just love that we live somewhere where it's like people know you. Now, it's not like it used to be because it's gotten so much bigger, but my chances of running into somebody that I know when I'm out are pretty good. That's why I don't go out. That's one of the reasons I don't leave my house. I don't want to run into anybody. No. Oh, yeah. No. My anxiety's been so bad lately. To where I've been frozen, like not able to diamond paint and stuff like that. It's one reason this custom's taking me so long. I don't know what's going on with me, but I'm better now. But man, it was for 4 days, I think, straight. It was so bad. I almost called my doctor because it was very abnormal. Yes, Abby, someone. Okay, if you had to be stuck in an elevator with someone famous, who would it be? When I read this, I was like, I have no idea, because there's so many famous people that I would love to be in the elevator with. I mean, like, I love Steve Martin. I heard something lately about Tom Hanks, and I was like, what? Because I think of him as like a really nice person, and what I heard about him was like not very nice. Something that he did, and I'm like, it's probably a rumor though. Tom Hanks would be a good one. Steve Martin. And then I started thinking, like, well, what about Albert Einstein? What about Stephen Hawkins? What about, not so much Carl Sagan, but what about that type of famous? So I don't really know. I'm not like there's some movies I've seen with people in it, but then like they're not in other movies that I like. So, oh, Will Ferrell. That would be awesome. You know what? It would be Will Ferrell, I think. He would be up there. He would be up there as one of the ones that I would want for sure. He is so, you guys, I just love Will Ferrell. I love his movies. They're so funny. They are so fun. They're dumb. That's why they're funny. They're so good. And he just seems like a funny, what about Galifianakis? Oh my gosh, what about him? It's okay, Coco. What's his first name? Why can't I think of his first name? Something Galifianakis. He was in The Hangover. He's funny too. He did a thing Between Two Ferns. Oh my gosh, so funny. He is hilarious. Sorry, Angel's been barking this whole time and Coco's been like growling. Oh my gosh. I swear. Okay, yeah, so Zach, that's his name, Zach Galifianakis. Okay, what's one thing you admire about someone in your life? That is easy. I have two people that I admire. One is my son, for being 24 years old and having what he has at the age that he has it, and his work ethic is just unbelievable to me. It's unbelievable. Like, this was a kid that was failing in high school. We didn't even think he was going to finish high school. And to see him where he is today, I just admire his work ethics. He works out every single day. He eats super healthy. He's just always on top of things. He's got his routine. He's just on top of it. He's just on top of it. He doesn't let anything get in the out of the way of that either. Nothing. I mean, he's gonna work out. He's gonna eat healthy. He's gonna. I mean, he's just. Yeah, I admire him a lot for that. And the second person is I admire my husband. I admire him so much. For somebody to have to put up with someone like me, it has got to be absolute agony. I don't know how he does it. He's just the most loving, caring person. He's always taking care of me. He always thinks of me first. Always. There's never a time during the day where he's not doing something for me, thinking about something for me. He just takes care of me. Like, he's always like, you know, did you take your medication? He'll get me my medication. He's like, I mean, just little things like well, okay, now that's just getting into stuff that he does for me, but I admire him because he takes really good care of me. He's selfless. He's a selfless person. And it's hard to find people like that. But he is. He's very selfless. And I hardly ever hear him complain. One of the things that he says almost every day is life is good. He's like, just remember that, Rami, life is good. And I'm like, life is good, honey. Life is good. Just remember that, you guys. If you can't remember any other saying, just tell yourself every day life is good. You know, things could be so much worse. Life is good. You know, you're awake, you're breathing, you're moving, life is good. Yep. If you could have any career for one day, what would it be and why? What career? You know, it'd kind of be cool to be a pilot. That you could fly, but I'm afraid of heights. Ooh, you know what I would want to be? Is this a career? I would want to be a rock star. Just for one day, I'd want to be a rock star. Yeah, for sure. For sure, for sure. Which goes with our next question, which I did not mean to do. But yeah, I would definitely be a rock star. Wouldn't that be cool, you guys? Like, do a live performance. Ooh, I would love to do that. That's what I would do for sure. Oh my gosh. Yep. Rockstar, baby. All right, and the last question is, if you could pick any band to perform for you, who would it be? Gosh, can I say Led Zeppelin? I would either pick Led Zeppelin or Van Halen. I know they're completely different, but I would pick Led Zeppelin or Van Halen. Ooh, but if I had to pick one, I think Led Zeppelin. Man, I can't believe I said that because I love Van Halen so much. But yeah, I think I would pick Led Zeppelin. Definitely. Okay, well, we got some of this done. Got some of it done. Getting a good start on it. So anyway, my friends, I've been talking for over an hour now. If you guys are still with me, leave a sunshine emoji down below. How about that? Because everything's sunny and happy. So I enjoyed your guys' company, and I will talk with you soon. Loves.